Buongiorno, welcome back to the Italian campaign. So we got 2 convoy missions and an ambush mission left of this month. Let's see, 1 of my DDs and 3 Scottish ones up against a Kaiser class battleship and a light cruiser. That's the did they refit this? 1958. Wow. 16 7.1 inch guns. Or is this... No. That's a different class. This one was less than 10,000 tons. So it's not the class I was thinking of. Anyway, we're gonna see what it's all about once we start the battle. And let's see. There we go. That was quick. Didn't even need to pause the recording. Torpedoes off until I get closer. Let's see. Maybe also divide them into 2 groups and try to get like a cross torp thing going on. I'm just gonna smoke up on all of them, because we're taking some pretty hefty fire from that battleship. What's the range? 15 kilometers. I think our chances of hitting it with torpedoes will go up if we get a little bit closer, but our chances of getting hit in return like that, of course, also much higher. Let's see, which of these that was in fact my DD. The 3 other ones are Scottish. So you 2, you are authorized to launch. You 2 also. Are we gonna get any hits? There we go. Torpedoes away. You can put your guns on the light cruiser now. Will we get any hits? No, I don't think so. I don't think we will. No, we're gonna hit the light cruiser. Maybe? Perhaps? This is not going well. Let's see. Oh, there's my other squadron. Practically undamaged. We did score 3 torpedo hits on the light cruiser, none on the battleship. Or I should have held my launch on these 2 until after it had maneuvered. And that's quite a maneuverable battleship actually, given its size. You're gonna detach and speed up. Don't let the Scotsman hold you back. Now I've got these 2 left. Pretty much, there you go, Poulsen. Here's the Stettin. No armor. No armor. So if the Posen keeps pursuing General Antonio, I might be able to kill the light cruiser with my guns. No. Posen just decided that these two are bigger threats. Quite correctly. I should have just had them keep retreating. Even though these two are Scottish and as such, not really my loss if they would happen to sink. I think it would still cost me victory points. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill either the light cruiser or the battleship in this case. Should have just kept running. A pretty impressive light cruiser though. Yeah, Granatiere, dead. Lanciera, barely alive. Man, she's been slowed down so much. It's kind of an easy target. I'm just hoping for the end battle button to did not come up to save that one. But at least my own DD is still afloat. Traveling at 22 knots. Not even able to get away from the battleship. And I think it's gonna go down now. Yeah, you can see which shells are gonna hit. So that was a bit of a disaster. But at least we tried. And that was one tough light cruiser too, taking 3 24-inch torpedoes and still being left alive by the end of it. Alright, we gotta do some convoy missions now to make up for that. DD on DD. Antonio Cantore class versus one of the very... this one is actually faster than mine by 1.7 knots. It's not often I encounter enemy DDs that are even faster than my own. But I think I should still be able to take this one down. That's the convoy, that's the DD. You got what kind of torpedoes? 17 kilometers, 5.1-inch guns. Again, just gonna launch towards the convoy and hope that the DD, the enemy DD, decides to get in between the convoy and the torpedoes. At least most of the torpedoes are tracking straight towards the convoy now, and we might get lucky here. We might. Yes, we got lucky. There's one torpedo hit on the enemy D. It's gonna make things a lot easier because it's now no longer faster than my own. And here comes its own torpedoes. It's a huge fan. Thank you for only highlighting the single torpedo. I was lucky to have spotted those. What kind of armor do you have? 0.9 inches? Yuzuki, 21-inch torpedoes. Are we just gonna gun down some of these transports while getting closer to the DD? Think so. Yeah, 0.9 inches is just enough to be a hard target to penetrate with my AP. If I switch now, will that do something? Can we get some more flooding? Oh, surrender. Okay. That's also a way to kill an enemy DD. I think I've mentioned it, but if I'm doing another round of refits on my DDs, I want to make sure they have a little bit more penetration on their AP rounds. Just so they can actually go through 0.9 inches of armor, which the AI likes to give their DDs. There we go. And one more convoy mission here. Fortuna, Regina Isabella class, and a Scottish heavy cruiser going up against a König Wilhelm class battlecruiser and a Deutschland heavy cruiser. I am fairly confident in the Fortuna being able to take out its German counterpart. Sirena, I want you just hanging back until the battlecruiser has been finished off. I think the Scots would be kind of annoyed if I got another one of their ships sunk. Ship am I engaging now? This is indeed the battlecruiser that my ship just switched to on its own. Good job for once with the target switching. What's the range? 27 kilometers. I only got 7.7 inches of deck pen at this range. So, choice is either getting closer and going through the belt armor, or getting further away and going through the deck. It's going straight for me. So I don't think getting further away will even work. I think we're about the same speed. Sirena is also opening up. HE seems to be quite effective currently. Now we're getting a flatter angle. We're gonna start loading AP soon. There we go. That's a knockout blow. And now the heavy cruiser, which is an HE target. It should be dead. Let's just do some maneuvers in case it launched torpedoes, because I know it has a lot of torpedoes. That's the 10-inch armored battlecruiser. Let's actually turn the main guns off, just in case she finds herself in another situation next month where she needs a full load of ammunition, which she doesn't even have currently. I think the secondaries are better for killing transports anyway. Now, this time let's get a Scottish Bourbon class heavy cruiser on the thumbnail. There we go. Still have not seen them show up to any of my battles with one of the battleships they bought. We had a battlecruiser last month, or last episode, might have been more than 1 month ago. No battleship yet. Which is strange considering how many of them they've bought. Well, 2 of them so far have been delivered. Many more under construction. So if Scotland wants to rule the waves after I retire, they are certainly equipped to do so. And once the secondaries start peppering these, it's all over. Alright. A little bit better after that disastrous ambush attack at the start of the episode. Alright. Yeah, Germany actually the only AI nation giving me any kind of struggle here, thanks to those immensely powerful Kaiser-class battleships. Let's see, we got one of those, and 2 heavy cruisers assembling here in the North Sea. And we got a light cruiser. What do we have going out to engage that? Oh yeah, the Donzellas. Alright. Fine. The invasion of Albania, 35%. Kosovo, I mean, sorry. Albania we took by sea. So that's going through. Invasion of Austria at 17%. What do we have here then? It's the 2nd Battleship Squadron. I think they are gonna go out here and engage this Japanese battle force. Also being joined by 3 light cruisers and some DDs. So we're gonna have the Bastardas join in the 2nd Battleship Squadron here. And we're gonna have ourselves a little battle. Do I have any ships in port? Santiago, Daedalus class. 1 DD, 1 light cruiser. Here, right off the coast of Venezuela. Alright, let's go to October. We found some more oil, and the war continues. Izumi class light cruiser, 39 knots. Are we even gonna do this one? I mean, maybe. That's gonna be very hard though. It depends a lot on what kind of armor this light cruiser has. We're not gonna do it. Sweden is again allied with Germany. They were, and then they weren't, and now they are. 77% here. Oh, I see you are coming back with some of your ships. It's trying to invade here. Attacker, Japan. We are right on top of one another. It just didn't actually create a battle. Irene, heavy cruiser. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Invasion. That's not gonna work. Let's see how this is going. 25%, up 8% from last month. Uh, 38%. So this is going to work eventually. It's just going to take a little while. Let's do the convoy mission. Now this could be tricky because while I know the 7-inch guns on my light cruiser can punch through the almost non-existent armor of the German heavy cruisers. It's also got 11-inch guns that can probably go through my armor. And at a longer range. So we're gonna have to face that fire before we get close enough to return. Dogali, lead ship of the Dogali class. Let's take a look. She's not been refit for a while. But what I could give her in refits, not really that crucial. Oh, almost disaster here. Let's make sure the Dogali does not sail into my own torpedoes. That would be embarrassing. I'm gonna do what I did last time, launch the torpedoes towards the convoy. And hope that the escorting ship finds itself between the transport ships and the torpedoes. Dogali launched her own torpedoes too. Kind of forgot she had them. Yeah, that torpedo swarm is looking fine. Let's make sure she continues the path. No, she detected. Oh no. This is actually looking very good. This is this was not even planned because, as I said, I forgot my light cruiser had torpedoes. It just kind of worked out. This DD can just go and hunt the convoy now. Even hit the transports with some torpedoes. Unexpected, but welcome. Turn those off until I need them. Very nice, very nice. You can go through some extended belts with your AP. I'm pretty sure, because it only has 0.2 inches. Now it's bow in, so HE is probably the better bet. I think she's gonna surrender. Unless Dogali just knocks her out of the water. She has not landed a single hit. Maybe you should load some HE now that she's bow on. Come back here, little lady. Actually, let's just keep going. Because this cruiser is no longer a threat, and we can just murder the convoy with no opposition. And with this one having to go in for repair for many months, can probably get it as war operations. I mean, yeah, that would mean she would need repair as soon as she gets into my port, but that's not really a problem. And here's the problem with my light cruisers: only 3-inch secondaries, not the 4.2s. Not quite as effective at doing transports. Works at close range. Only 2 transports, 3 transports left. And poor Irene, not able to do anything. She can just sit there and watch. Are you gonna finish that cruiser? Transport, I mean, before you pick the next target? There we go. All transports dead. We're just gonna sail on into the I was about to say into the sunset, but that's the other way. The DD can sail into the sunset. The Gali can sail into well, the other direction. And this time did actually leave the heavy cruiser alive. And there we go, end battle. Okay. These two are going back into port. How many cruisers do they have left? 2, but they are repairing 5. They haven't deleted the design, have they? Not that I can see. Okay. Let's actually offer them a peace treaty, because we got enough victory points that I think we can take at least one of these two as war operations, and also those cruisers. And at this point in the campaign, I'm actually more keen on taking the cruisers so I can refit them. It's not as if a couple more provinces is gonna make that much of a difference, you know? We got a German light cruiser. Now we have one of my task forces. They're gonna join in the invasion here. Let's see, are these light cruisers are just staying there. Zara 1934 refit. Quite old, actually. But I think they can take on some light cruisers. There's so many pop-ups hiding what I want to see. There we go. Where are you headed? Battleship, battlecruiser. It's amazing that the Japanese still have so many capital ships left. Let's see, Consul and Praetor are repaired. So are some of the supporting ships, so they can head here. Supported by a battlecruiser too, I guess. Actually, just all of you, except the ones repairing. How are we going with the deliveries to Scotland? I need some more Scottish names for 2 more super battleships. My greatest customer. Alright, next month. And we have our peace treaty with Germany. Now, let's pick out some prizes. Irene, as many of these as possible. The ones for 319 are, I think, a different class. Not the ones I want. I know Irene is the one I want because, well, that's the one we just fought. Should I grab one of their battleships too? Instead of 5, let me just get 4. That's still not going to be enough for a battleship. Let me just get 5 then. And more heavy cruisers or a battle cruiser? I think I can make that battlecruiser quite good with an extensive refit. And we're gonna see just oh yeah, no. I can take some territory as well. Austria not on the list. What gives? Ecuador, Bolivia. And 2 of those, exactly. Very nice. We didn't get all the ships we wanted, but we got most of them. So let's just see if it's actually possible to refit them after this battle. So we got Shokaku class battleships. They are the slow dreadnought types. And a Yari class battlecruiser. let's go. And let's go. I think we should have this. San Andrea still damaged from a previous battle. Lots of DDs included here. This time I will not really bother with the early torpedo volleys. Oops, didn't mean to smoke them up. Got 3 battlecruisers here. No, I got all 4. Duh. Because I think I have enough firepower to take them on without the need of torpedoes, so I'm just not gonna bother risking my quite expensive destroyers for potentially very little return. Let's see, you guys are limited to 24 knots. Let's limit the battlecruisers as well. Actually, let's have them slow way down so the battleships can pass them by. You guys can smoke up while escaping. Montague, what are you doing? What? Fine. I'm gonna have you go alone as well, because, well, you just can't get the division thing going right. Are you still on following? Why? Did not tell you to follow. It's doing the thing again. Now, Balboa, detach. Montague, attach. Now Balboa, attach. Fine. Part of the problem here is just different classes of ships with different top speeds being mixed in the same division. Now, with the formation kind of fixed, let's pick out some targets. Montague, you got the big guns. Boyardee, you got the second biggest guns. Balboa, your guns are not tiny. San Andrea, 15-inch. The Bastarda, Vesuvio, San Gennaro, Archimede. What is this? Is that a battlecruiser? No, that's a heavy. Yeah, Archimede. They are so big. They're very easy to confuse for battlecruisers. So I know the Japanese have a hull that looks kind of like that. That is a battlecruiser hull. And the heavy cruisers can take on these when they get in range. Oh, Maria Teresa has range. Fiume has range. It's just Fulminante Not quite in range yet with their 9-inch guns. Should be in range very soon now. 25 kilometers. There we go. She's firing. Maybe I was a little bit too hasty sending my DDs away. But you know what? That's not too late to remedy. As they are in a pretty good position, at least these 4. Get some torpedoes spread into that part of the enemy formation. It is overcast. Not my favorite kind of weather. Secondaries on that one. I think some of my battleships have long-range secondaries. Yeah, there we go. Montague has 7-inch. While enemy destroyers are approaching my gun line. My DDs are approaching theirs. Okay, they have launched. Let me just get my own torpedoes in the water. 14 kilometers. And then worry about dodging the enemy fish. That's a huge fan of torpedoes. My cruisers should be safe. Archimede, when did you take damage? Previous battle? Yeah, you've not taken damage this battle. There we go. Let's have you turn down here. There we go. It's not going at 0 knots. Why are they limited to only 22 knots if they've not taken damage, my battlecruisers? I don't understand. Now we need the Montague to detach again, and the Balboa to detach again. Balboa should be safe if she slows down and turns hard. Montague, not really in a good position here. It's gonna take some. Cannot be avoided. How about my battlecruisers? Can they actually avoid some of these? San Gennaro about to take some. You have launched. Have you launched? kill it just for good measure. More torpedo hits on Montague. Sandronato, are you gonna narrowly avoid these? Dead torpedo, okay. The DDs have been defeated. I really thought my heavy cruisers would be better at defeating those incoming DDs. Speaking of DDs, how have mine performed? They're getting torpedoes thrown after them. We are actually hitting with some of our own torpedoes. And none of the damage we took was actually that catastrophic. Yeah, Montague has anti-torp 4 and triple bottom. It's quite survivable. Because the Riboti being engaged by heavy cruisers. Let's have you detach so you don't slow down the rest of the squadron. Let's see. Battle cruisers. Yeah, I think my my battle cruisers are best served getting these heavy cruisers off the backs of my DDs. Again, poor San Andrea taking the enemy enemy battleship fire. Well, we've done some quite significant damage to the enemy battleships, so that is something. Bardi has done quite a bit. Montague has done a lot. Balboa has done quite a bit. San Andrea too. Boyardee just once again proving herself not really that capable, considering she's armed with pretty big guns. I don't know, she's just never really worked that well for me. Meanwhile, Montague, with her even bigger yet fewer guns, quite a bit. I say that just as the 17s from Boyardee score some pretty big hits on one of the Japanese battleships. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to have these battlecruisers do some maneuvering here and get in between this poor DD and the ships pursuing it. Might be too late though for the Augusto Ribotti. Augusto Big Booty. Big Booty. Fulminante, that's an old ship, isn't it? Is this a one of the old Zara class? Might actually be. There we go. Battlecruisers are moving to intercept. First enemy battleship down. What killed you mainly? 19-inch from Montague. Montague can then, it's lagging a little bit, help out with the Sagami. He's almost dead. No, Sagami is already dead. He's floating out. Let's see, Montague. Wakamiya. Yeah, we did take some torpedoes early on from that destroyer attack. But overall, for a hastily assembled task force, I think we did quite well. Wakamiya just ate pretty spicy breakfast served by the Montague. There she goes. And that was actually the Boyardee. Finishing it off. Or was it? Well, that was pretty simultaneous. Boyardee and Montague. Having had enough of her 11-inch spam. Excuse me, I just sneeze. Let's see, how's my DDs doing? Are they still being pursued? Oh, wrong squadron. Yeah, they are. They are. Let's draw the enemy towards the battlecruisers then. bit when I select targets, so... Come on now. There we go. Probably issued a bunch of move orders trying to do that. But there. And these have... They do actually have some armor. These very reasonably priced, very fast light cruisers also have armor and some decent firepower and a lot of torpedoes, which they are launching. Why are they so cheap? Beam, yeah, minus beam and draft. That brings the cost down. We have torpedoes in the water. Impossible to tell. Have I mentioned that I hate the overcast visual effect? And then the heavy cruisers come in here too. There were the torpedoes. What kind of shells are you firing? AP? Works, I guess. They do have enough armor to set them off. Soya. What torpedo range do you have? 20.9 kilometer. Only 21 inch though. Where did the enemy heavy cruisers go to? They had some that were pursuing my destroyers. Boom. Penetrated, flooded. But where did they go? I can see the RDF return. There you go, light cruiser. Already damaged. Let's take care of it. Like, these are, considering how cheap they are, these are actually incredibly good. Like, yeah, the beam and draft minimum, so once you get guns that can penetrate them, they do take a lot of damage. Hiding in smoke. But they are also very fast, and they're not like easily penetrated by HE and such. Let's just hunt it down and finish it off. But where did the enemy heavy cruisers go? No, there you go. Bastardos have found them. And they are dead ahead here. At 42 kilometers. Oh, we're firing HE? Stop that. It's got armor. Make some holes in it with AP. Like that. That's how you do it. Oh yeah, 40 kilometers. That is way within my range. Two on each. I thought you were running. Oh, did I accidentally have all of them on the same one again? No, they are actually targeting the ones I wanted them to. Firing at 24 kilometers now. Should be starting to see some hits. There we go. That's what it was after. That's certainly what I was after. That's half the ship just deleted. Once again, excellent gunnery by the Bastardo class battlecruisers. Was that it, or do they have anything left somewhere? Oh yeah, that light cruiser, still alive. No, that's a different one. AP. Chance to hit is a little bit lower than trying to hit that fast light cruiser with its minimum beam and draft, but there we go. Not so fast anymore, I'm sure. I'm actually really curious to see if those German heavy cruisers, if I got the plans for them, so I can actually give them refits. I'm gonna be quite annoyed if that's not the case. All my own heavy cruisers have joined in, scoring some tasty 11-inch hits. And there she goes. That was the last one. All right. That's a decent victory. 100,000 victory points. We took some damage with those torpedoes. Let's see. Ushio scored 4 torpedo hits. Okikadze scored 4 torpedo hits. Anyone else with the torpedoes here? No? Oh, just those 2. That was 8 torpedo hits in total. That's more than what I scored. One, two, that's 3, 4, 5. Yeah. But then again, if I'm not mistaken, I think these Japanese DDs only had tiny, like 18-inch torpedoes, 18 or 19. I know I identified them in a previous battle, and I was quite surprised at how small they were, which is probably why the Montague is still alive. Now, there is a lots of transport losses. There's a convoy mission here. I'm not gonna do that now because, well, we're past the 1 hour mark by a little margin. That Japanese battle took a little bit longer than I expected. But let's see here. We got the Admiral Hipper design. Great. We got the Rhineland design. Also great. Admiral Hippers in 1953 design. I was almost surprised they still had it. We got the Undine. And König Wilhelm. So, not gonna do the refits now. But next episode, we're gonna do some refit designs. And let's see. Yeah, we got Kosovo, Galicia, and Austria not on the available list. Bolivia, Ecuador. So all in all, not bad. We're gonna take some unrest very soon from taking the Gold Coast from Britain, and also southern Rhodesia. But that's gonna be countered by, at least partially countered, by taking Ceylon from the Japanese. And these two are still hunting those light cruisers. Okay, that's it for now. Goodbye, and take care.